Okay, hi Canna Fam. Welcome to the Dispensary Tour podcast, number 001. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what we've all been waiting for. It's finally here. I'm your host, Show Love, aka Lady Ganja. Thank you for joining us. And I'm here with my guest. I have a guest here with me today. My first guest. I'm so excited. And possibly co-host. We're going to work it out. We're going to see what's going on.
We're going to see what's going to happen,
yep. We like, as this thing evolves and expands, we like to have people on, various people from the industry, farmers, smokers, sellers, tokers.
Yep, producers, processors,
hustlers.
You name it all, bud tenders, anybody who's got a story to share.
Yeah. Anybody who has a story. We're going to really just spotlight and just give a platform for the cannabis industry and the cannabis community. This is something that I have, I felt for a long time this community needed, like a voice, a platform for people to just come and just to, talk about brands, talk about their process of, buying and selling and consumer reports. We're going to be
experiences within the cannabis
absolutely.
industry.
So, and I'm just going to introduce this person in the background that keeps chirping in.
Sorry.
She's chirping. We have with us today my friends and Canna Fam mistress, marijuana mistress.
Yeah. AKA Wendolyn.
Wendolyn. Is that your which is it Wendy? Is Wendy?
Wendy is my birth name.
Okay.
Wendolyn is what my honey gave me as a nickname years ago.
That's so cute.
I used to hate being called it as a kid, but the way he said it was...
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, they wanted to call me Wilhelmina after my dad. I'm glad I didn't.
You're more of a show.
His name's Willie. But okay, so anyway, yeah, okay. If you haven't guessed, we're pretty stoned, but we're gonna muster through. We have our little accoutrements here. We have various brands here with us today that we're gonna be testing along the way, and we have already been testing. It took us like 2.5 hours.
Yep, we got this.
We're finally getting recorded, and we're here. So. Again, my name is Sho. Thank you for tuning in with us. This is the Dispensary Tour podcast. I have Wendy.
Hello.
Here. Wendy and I, we'll give you a little backstory. Wendy and I met at a dispensary. We were both working. This dispensary will not be named.
No. We'll save them a little bit.
We were both fired from said dispensary.
Well, yeah, fired and I quit right before they could say it.
Oh, okay, well, see, she's way smarter than me.
It was only 3 words before they could say you were fired.
Yeah, right.
So,
right.
Yeah, right before it.
I just let them just look at him.
I didn't want to give them the pleasure. So I couldn't.
The pleasure was all mine because
Yeah.
I wanted to get the fuck out of there anyway. But anyway,
Yep.
folks, okay, we won't rehash the past.
No, we're moving on.
But the beautiful thing about that experience of us working in the dispensary is we became friends. It was a great time.
Yeah, you got to pull something good out of the fire.
Yeah, so we're here together now, and I want you to just, Wendy, I'd like for you to just share. I mean, my experience in the cannabis industry is very limited. I've basically been a consumer.
Hey, that's
most of my career.
a hell of a supporter.
I mean, I won't give it away, but not my parents, but my neighbors. They were growing it in the 80s. I had uncles that were growing cannabis down in Georgia in the 80s. They're both dead now, so I can give their story away.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You ain't incriminating.
They can't. No, they're dead, so you can't even arrest them.
Nope. You did. You went sick, motherfucker.
Exactly. So so it's in my DNA. Cannabis has been in my DNA. So and my time as a bud tender was limited.
Yeah, I seen that.
I've worked a little bit in farms, but not much.
Yeah, you
But
dabble.
you, on the other hand, have quite more experience. You want to share your experience with us?
Yeah, sure. I've been basically a medical cannabis patient for probably, I guess, consistently for 15 years. I've smoked pot all my life, dabbled here and there. Actually started calling it medicine for myself probably about 15 years ago. I was diagnosed with disc degenerative disease and cervical and lumbar spinal stenosis. So rather than take all the damn pills they wanted to load me on, it was a lot handier for me just to hit the pipe. And
what pills do they want to put you on?
Oh my God. Any kind of pain pill that they could put me on just to avoid the pain. They wanted me on Neurontin for deadening my nerves.
Neurontin?
Yeah, they figured if they deadened my nerves and I didn't feel pain, rather than... I would tell the doctor's rep, I don't think that's safe. Have you not heard that I'm clumsy?
Sure.
And things happen. I don't think deadening my nerves is going to make matters better for me. So
you ran into cannabis.
Yep. I got my first medical card in the group of all of us that were all scared to get the medical card because nobody knew what the hell they were going to do with it.
And what was this? Like what year? Where was
God, it was in, my goodness, what, 2008 maybe?
2008?
10, God damn, what are we in, 19? It was years ago. And I'd actually gotten 2 cards. My husband and I got one for Oregon because I knew a guy down there that was growing. So he grew some meds for me, and I designated my husband as a provider for me. So he was happy as hell to start doing his passion.
Your husband, a grower?
He's
a grower. Okay.
He's a grower.
He grows cannabis.
And so he was happy to be able to grow medicine. We actually went down to Oregon and my husband built a grow room for someone down there and designed it, and they allowed him to pick at the litter of some babies that they had down there. So we brought them up, and we had all these different babies to pick from, and then that's when the whole experience began. That's when my husband's love for growing weed happened, and that's when I started realizing, hey, this shit is actually making me feel good.
Well, what did you notice?
Like when I took it?
Yeah, totally.
I could eat, I could function, I could walk, I could move without pain. I mean, it didn't totally squash everything, but it made me feel better than any of the, because I've taken pills. I took a few of them, to try them out, and they sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like being not in control of my body, where with pot, no matter how much I consume, I might get a little woohoo, but I'm still in control of it. I don't lose control at any time with it, whereas the prescription pills would just make it horrible.
Yeah, I'm not a pill popper.
Yeah.
I'm not into pain, pills, whatever, but so I definitely get that. So are you a grower as well?
No, I help my husband in the garden. I guess I would call myself the processor.
Oh, okay.
He grows it, takes it down, then I'm doing the trimming, the putting it away, and I also make canna caps, tinctures. I've given trim to people to make lotions. So I'm kind of that end. I outsmoke my husband, so my husband basically grows this for me.
That's great.
He grows it for himself too, but he'll tell you I outsmoke him. And out eat them and all that, because I eat it as well.
That's high praise to yourself. That's high praise. So we're going to talk about, we've both sort of seen this industry. We're in Washington State, for those of you who are listening to us from around the world, wherever you are.
Yeah.
We're going global. We're going viral with this.
Yep, we're going to go viral.
So we're here in Washington State. Yelm of all places. Yelm.
I know. We in the country, y'all.
We in the country. I like
loving
the country, but we're really close to Seattle, to Portland.
Yep.
I frequent those areas. I've spent a lot of time in Oregon trying out some Oregon weed. Spent some time in Colorado, California weed. We've all, been around. We've been around. Mm-hmm. But my favorite has always been Washington cannabis for some reason. Do you know, why is that? Why do you think, for me, Washington cannabis is, for me, a preferred? It's my go-to. Why do you think that is?
Probably the climate.
The climate.
Not like it's this sunny or anything, but it's kind of got, I guess we'd go on the topography. You know, it's got everything here, and people who really grasp the Washingtonian concept. Granted, I do want to live somewhere warmer. I'll be honest, because people are like, "What the hell?" But I do love the environment that Washington has.
Yeah, and I think people
the
just
trees,
know how
the
to
mountains.
People just know how to grow cannabis up here. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
probably
do know
just
that.
because there's nothing much else to do.
You got to fight mold and mildews, man. You got to become a professional.
Yes, and that's probably it. Like
Yep.
they've like mastered
everything
because you have to. It's this fine science. It's biology. You have to know about those levels.
Yep.
Like to maintain that shit. Those bugs and those.
Yeah, because we got
molds.
nice summers, so we're gonna have the bugs and everything else, and we got
Yeah.
them shitty ass falls and winters, so we're gonna have mold and mildews. Outdoor crops are not gonna do shit here. So a lot of our weed comes from indoor growers.
Sure.
So there's where you get a lot of really good weed.
I think
that
it's
shit
more
that's indoor.
refined, and I hate to sound like naive connoisseur or consumer, but I think indoor, you're more control, and it's like you're able to get a more refined cannabis. And like some of my favorite brands are the indoor that I know that are just like smaller, sort of microbrew
the
style.
mom and pops.
The smaller ones, and we'll get leading up to. This is like we're segueing into some heavy shit here.
And let's not forget about those mom and pops, people.
Let's not forget about those mom and pops.
Yep.
And fine. You have the capital to have the technology and whatever. But we know that quality when quantity becomes the key, the goal,
the
quality loses out.
You no longer have medicine. You have rec weed.
You have rec weed. You called it something earlier. What did you call? There's like several names. Walmart weed.
Corporate weed.
Corporate
cannabis.
Yeah.
We're moving towards a corporate Walmart weed type of.
And I have nothing against corporations.
No. Yeah, I got nothing against them.
I'm building one myself.
I'm part of a mom and pop's farm.
Yes.
So in the cannabis world, the recreational world and the bigger conglomerates are kicking our asses.
And there's some things that you can't, capitalize on into like, when it comes to numbers, like just trying to make it up in numbers. Like there's some things that you can't make up. Yeah, you can't make up
quality cannabis numbers. You get too many damn plants, you're gonna lose your shit.
I suggest like, selling t-shirts, making hats.
Start branding or something. Shit.
What do you call those? Those little bobbleheads. CEO bobblehead. Make something somewhere else. I don't mind people wanting to make money. That's not,
No, there's nothing wrong with that shit. I want to make money.
Hell yeah. But the reality is that with growing the plant, like you're dealing with something. Okay.
On a large scale, you're dealing with large scale bugs. You're dealing with large scale molds.
Well, okay. So let's go back to the basics. So some of y'all ain't gonna like me, but for me,
get in line. It's like I already know.
So for me, cannabis it's a sacred plant. Okay, and when you start, just focusing on the dollars, you're gonna miss out.
You're gonna lose it.
And there's gonna be something lost in your cannabis. Okay, so we're gonna lead up to. Can we just start talking about this brand that?
Hell yeah!
Kind of brought us together, and this is something that I've been wanting to talk about forever, and I've just been thank you so much. I'm getting past a reefer joint.
This is my husband's stuff.
Oh yay! Husband stuff. We like husband stuff.
Yep. This is out of my medicine cabinet.
Okay. Thank you. So when you're dealing with numbers in cannabis, it just doesn't work out. So we were discussing the other day. We were in like some parking lot. Where were we? We were like parking lot.
We ain't seen each other in a minute. Now look at where we are.
Meet me at Walmart
Yep.
parking lot. Let's talk about cannabis.
Let's talk pot.
Well, you were behind me. We were in traffic or whatever. We were just like talking to each other in the back. So
I was thinking I ain't seen you in a while.
Pull
Next
up.
thing you know, you're in front of me.
pull up. So let me start talking about the bigger companies, the bigger cannabis companies, and the fact that every time I go into dispensary, this is something that's been bothering me for a while now. And I'm just gonna get off my chest, and y'all ain't gonna like me. I'm sorry.
But hey, that's
sorry, not sorry.
Here. Yep, sorry, not sorry.
Fat Panda.
Touche, girl, because I'm over it.
So Fat Panda and companies like Fat Panda.
Yeah.
I know we're in Washington, and I think I can't be sure, but I think Fat Panda kind of came out. Didn't they come out of California?
I'm not certain for sure. You know, I could look it up, but.
Well,
whether they're from California or just in Washington, the feeling's still the same.
Well, okay. So Fat Panda, I'm gonna have a sip on this one because they're gonna block me. I know they're gonna block me, but that's okay.
It's okay. That's what we.
They won't be the only ones that block me. I want you to block me.
Yeah, we want to keep it interesting. We want to hear the truth because we're gonna tell you so.
Because every time I walk into a dispensary in Washington State. In my area, in my region, let's just say in my region. And I'm a pre-roll gal. I'm a pre-roll lady. I like my pre-rolls, okay? For me, pre-rolls is like the tester for your brand. It's kind of like when I go to a Thai restaurant, I rate a restaurant by their pad thai, okay? So the first thing I'm going to order at a new Thai restaurant is going to be pad thai. And if your pad thai is on point, then I know everything else is going to be on point. Same for me with pre-rolls.
Yep.
If you do pre-rolls and your brand's out there, I'm going to do your pre-roll first. I'm going to check out your pre-roll. And
so you better be putting premium flour in
I'm going to rate your brand based on your pre-roll. So when I first came to Washington, well, I've been in and out of Washington for, I don't know how long, Wendy, for like 11 years, in and out. I lived in Atlanta for a while. I worked in film and television originally. So a lot of work in Atlanta. So I've been in and out of Washington for
keeps drawing you back. Must be the weed.
For a minute. Yeah, it's totally the weed. Totally the weed, okay? Keeps bringing me back. So when I first started coming here, coming back, when weed was legal and things were, brands were coming out, Fat Panda was one of the brands that I started trying out, And I was like, all right, they're on point. And this was 2015, 2016-ish.
Yeah, I can't. It's such a blur because
3 years ago.
So fast.
3 years ago. So, I just get into the habit of smoking Fat Panda because that's what I know. That's my brand. Yeah. I know that they started out good, and then all of a sudden,
yeah. Then all of a sudden,
and when I say within the past year,
holy crap, it's been madness.
Within the past year, I've noticed a change, for me, a drastic change because I know what I like and I know my cannabis, and you too,
Yeah.
And I started smoking these pre-rolls that I've been smoking for a few years now.
I'm harsh as shit.
I'm choking. Yep. I'm breaking out in hives. Yep.
I've got a tickle in my throat like I did some BHO.
Tickle in my throat.
Yeah. It burned black. I had a
burning black. And I don't know if you want to tell the people. Some people know.
Pre-roll. I hated
some people know what burning black means, but some people may
not. So like if you're burning if it burns black when you light a joint and it's burning down, it's a hard ass nugget. It means it's not clean. It wasn't. God, the word I'm looking for. Flushed. Yes, it was not properly flushed.
So again, for those who don't know, flushing out is a process.
Putting water in that plant until she doesn't have any nutrients left in her flowers. So when she does burn, you should have a white, soft, fluffy ash at the end of your joint.
Soft.
And it shouldn't burn. It shouldn't burn your throat. So that's what my past experiences have been with the Fat Panda.
So that happened almost overnight.
Yeah. And
what I also noticed was that they started pumping tons more strains.
My God.
It was like 20 pre-roll, 20 different varieties of okay, look.
It's madness. As a bud tender, from the bud tender's end, it was madness to stock their shit.
Not even, yes. I mean, fortunately, I loved, like, I was like, I got fired.
Right before it went nuts.
Right before it went nuts.
There's so much shit in there now.
Right before it went nuts. And I saw it going nuts. I saw Fat Panda starting, like, pumping out. And then I went on an interview for this company that makes this pre-roll machine. Like, they pump out, like, they have this machine, it's called the Rocket. It's called the Rocket machine, and they, like, this machine, they claim, and I'm doing my air quotes, I wasn't convinced, but they claim that, you can pump out 400 pre-rolls in 3 to 4 minutes.
Holy crap, I need one of those.
I don't really think that, I mean, I think, that's a little exaggerated. But when I went to this training, they told me that one of their new clients were Fat Panda.
Uh-huh.
So the thing is, I probably shouldn't say that, but anyway, it doesn't even matter.
Over it. It doesn't matter. You want some truth? Keep listening.
Okay. I might get sued, but it's okay.
Oh, you ain't gonna get.
They ain't got. Look, they won't get much.
You can't squeeze nothing from nothing.
Wait till I'm rich, bitch, and then sue me. Okay.
And it's too late. Like, bye, Island. We out.
But anyway, but that was right around the same time I noticed they started pumping all this shit into the market. I'm like, oh, and in the interview I was like, oh, this is how they're doing it. I'm like, oh, this is how they're putting all this shit out.
Yep.
At rapid pace.
Oh.
And it put it sort of, and that was kind of like the nail in the coffin for me for Fat Panda. Like it was. You
just money. You just money to Fat Panda. You ain't. They don't care enough for you to be anything but money to them, and that's the sad thing about this plant. So many people in the industry are just so much about the money, and it's really devaluing what cannabis really fucking does. Even if you're recreating, you're still medicating.
What they do really well, and this is how they get away with it. The marketing is fabulous.
Yeah, I'll give them that. That shit's funny. Their names are absolutely catchy. The artwork is great. I love how they take the strains and they make a silly ass name out of it. I'm waiting for child support to come. They got mob wife, ex-wife, and trophy wife. There's got to be CPS and child support coming too, or abandoned children. Right.
If they use that, they should give you credit.
No shit.
So, also, I think. This is all hearsay, so anyone listening can correct me. I'm open. I'm open to being corrected. Just don't come at me hot.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. Don't come at us hot though. That's not nice. You can correct me.
Just don't come for my neck.
We're not trying to be assholes here. We're just talking.
We're sharing information.
Yeah, we're sharing information.
But I think like one of the owners used to be in marketing or advertising, and
touche. They're fucking fabulous.
Another one of the things that I love fucking pandas. Like I have a panda tattoo.
I do. I love pandas too.
Do you have a tattoo?
I got a scarf I got from.
We're gonna start recording again. Hopefully, we named.
Yeah. Oops.
We named. Well, I didn't name.
My bad. So we had to do a little.
Well, we may have to. Well, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, really.
Reality is that.
That is what it is. That's the truth.
They may block us both. And I'll just be inconvenienced.
Yeah.
They actually sell the brands that I like, and they're close to my house, so that's why I haven't wanting to be banned. But we can name them. I may leave that in. But so anyway, so you were saying that
we love pandas.
I have a panda tattoo.
Yeah.
I have a fucking panda tattoo. So when I started, I was like, hey, of course I'm going to fuck it.
Yeah.
And then later I learned that in advertising, you're told or, you're advised to use an animal because people remember animals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, those fuckers.
Motherfuckers. Because how many people love pandas? My son even loves pandas.
They tricked me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So very good. I'll give them more. Yeah, exactly. I just want to look at some stuff and be like, oh, that looks good. You know, and who am I dealing with? You know,
Yeah.
I want to know these smaller people because everybody should be growing pot if they can and want to.
Well, I don't want to grow pot. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that's just me. Can and want to because it's not fucking easy.
It's not easy. I ain't got time for that. I mean, I want to leave it up to the people who have been doing it for fucking 20 years.
Yep.
30 years, however long these guys and gals have been doing it.
Yep.
I really just want to have access to great cannabis.
Exactly.
And I personally think that the cannabis in Washington is the best. But, fight me on it.
Yeah.
If you guys out.
Bring it. We'll smoke it.
Yeah. You guys out in Colorado, I know you guys got some good weed. California got some good weed. When I lived in Georgia, that's all the only weed we used to get was from Cali.
Jeez, all the way in Georgia? Shit.
Yes, we used to get Cali weed in Georgia. They're still getting Cali weed in Georgia.
Well, because fucking
Georgia.
It's crazy.
Okay,
it's
so
hot.
okay, look. Okay, so we're going to. Okay, did we finish the Fat Panda discussion? Okay, and companies like Fat Panda.
Yes.
We are not into commercial weed.
No.
Commercial cannabis is thumbs down for me.
Yeah. Thumbs down. A puff now pass.
And to my dying day, I'm going to discourage people from,
research, man. Take care of yourself. Take a moment to look up these other farms and see what they're doing, because there are some small farms out there doing some really amazing shit. And you're missing out if you just are attracted to this shiny little jar, because just because it's a shiny jar doesn't mean the guts inside of it are any good.
But the thing is that it looks good too. Like, they'll fool you with the look, they'll fool you with the smell, but then there's something with the follow through and the intake.
It's missing love, Sho.
It's missing some love.
It's missing love. When you get too big for your britches, you don't put love in there no more, man. And that's the true, honest ingredient that has to go into quality cannabis. And that's the way it's always going to be.
So we're going to be here for you to, the purpose of the dispensary tour is to provide information to people. We want to tell you what's going on in the cannabis community. We want to give you some insights on some good cannabis, some good brands, what brands to support, what brands to not support. We know some brands in Washington right now, and in Oregon, I mean, probably in other states that have warehouses of mildew.
My fucking yes. Yep, they're just hanging mildewy weed and bug-infested weed everywhere. So, this is just about listening to honest experiences and learn from us. And share those stories. So it's horrible. So I'm going to invite anyone who's open and wants to share their information. In whatever market you're in, whether you're in Washington, Oregon, California, Michigan. Off your chest?
I think this is just a platform for you to
be truthful, be blunt, blunt. Oh, sorry.
We're gonna cut Wendy off. We're going to cut you off, Wendy. We're going to cut you off. But so just have a platform to share your story and to get some information, to know what brands that are out there looking out for you, that aren't just in it for the money. I mean, money's fine, but at some point, quality. You lose your quality when you start thinking about quantity. So we're just going to keep our pulse on the community, guys, and bring you some interesting stuff. We want to do some shout-outs right now, some reviews. Right? We're going to do a couple of reviews. We're going to do some quick reviews. What do you think?
Yep.
What do we have here? We have some topicals. You want to grab one of those topicals? Okay, no, we're not gonna. She just grabbed the fat. Look, okay.
We're gonna have some honesty.
Okay, we're gonna run through these. Okay, so we're gonna do some topicals here. So we tested these a little bit earlier, and we tested the Fat Panda Topical, which, what is this called?
Six Fist.
Six Fists. I don't even know what the fuck. Okay. Six Fists, fine.
Honestly, it's a little gritty.
It's gritty and it's oily.
Yeah.
It's greasy.
It doesn't absorb.
It doesn't really absorb. I mean, I was a massage therapist for a million years. So creams and topicals to me are like, I'm really picky about those. So that's a no on the Fat Panda. This one is one of my. This is one of my favorites. Yeah. I have this one. I use this one often. The Solace is very refined. It has that. What's that? That mentholate is Annika, shea butter, pain terpenes. It's CBD and 100 milligram CBD, 1 milligram of THC. It's one of the more refined creams that's in the Washington market. I haven't. Do they have other?
Yeah, they do have THC ones that have a little more on the THC side.
But are they all mentholy?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, see, and I think that's the thing with Solace. I think I like but I want a variety, so that's kind of why I was like, okay, yeah, that's great, but.
And this one's a Small Farm.
Small Farm, and who are these for?
I think it's Topical Whey.
Topical Whey, and I've actually seen these on the market. I was up in, I think 420, Hangar 420, I think carries this brand. And this is pretty delicious.
Yeah, that's my favorite, and it's a daily lotion.
This is 100 milligrams of THC and 200 milligrams of CBD.
And it smells like lavender. It's very subtle, and it's smooth. It's silky.
But it's good lavender.
Yeah.
It's like the really high quality lavender and high quality cream. It goes in. It doesn't sit on your skin. It absorbs.
It's silky,
and it's not really there to like moisture. It's not a moisturizing cream, but it is definitely. It's going to absorb into your skin. It's going to do what it's there to do. So I like that one.
That's a definite yes.
That's a definite yes. So that's total. What is it called?
Tropical Whey.
Tropical Whey.
Or Topical Whey.
Daily lotion. By Topical Whey and Solace are both thumbs up for us.
Thumbs up. That's a puff pass.
And again, this is the Washington market. If there are brands on your market wherever you are, pleise send us some pictures. Oh yeah,
the shout out for Fair Winds.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're getting there. We're getting there, Wendy.
I'm just gonna sit over here and huff my hands for a minute.
Okay, so yes, they do have topicals. We're gonna do the other brand we want to shout out for the did we do the other?
Oh, these guys.
Oh yeah, let's grab these.
Yeah.
Grab these. Okay, that one. Let's talk about again. You brought up Fairwinds.
Yes.
What do we like about Fairwinds? Fairwinds is a company. I think they're Vancouver, Washington, right?
Oh God, I
love Fairwinds. I've read.
They came out with a new pit stick.
A new pit stick.
Well, it's not a pit stick.
Right, it's a roll-on.
But it's a roll-on.
They had the worst branding or packaging for their creams for the longest time, and I just wouldn't buy it, because of the package. I know that sounds stupid, but their packaging looked like it belonged to. Y'all gonna hate me.
No, they
like somebody's grandma.
Yeah, totally. It should belong in some Estee Lauder
somebody's grandma in the 1950s, which is fine.
Yeah,
and
but
it was just outdated. So I just felt that the thing that was inside was outdated, so I didn't buy it. But they just recently came out with this roll-on Fairwinds roll-on stick or something. They've already won awards.
Snap.
Yeah. Then
they nailed it.
They nailed it.
People like those sticks. I've seen other companies once they come out with the point direct contact stick. People eat those up. We don't want to stick our fingers in our lotions all the time.
So shout out to Fairwinds for rebranding. Sometimes that's all you need. Just a little
do
lift.
something just a little different,
a little lift here, a little lift there. Congratulations to them. Mm-hmm. Fairwinds is one of our favorites. Okay, we're going to shout out to also some of our flower people that we really love and our hash people. You want to shout out to Seattle?
Oh, yeah, I will shout out to Seattle Bubble Works because I am totally a solventless chick. I prefer that. I mean, don't drip. I do dab and do BHO and concentrates, but I'm still picky about that. But for making some really damn good bubble hash and keeping me sane. So touche, Seattle Bubble Works. If you want some good bubble hash, I suggest give them a shot. Find them in a dispensary, hopefully near you.
We're going to say hello to Soul Shine.
Oh, yes. Soul Shine.
Soul Shine. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and they actually do collabs with Seattle Bubble Works.
That's great.
They grow the flower in Seattle Bubble Works.
They also have biodegradable packaging.
Yep. Completely 100% biodegradable packaging, including a little plastic thing. What
little plastic thing?
The little plastic window that's on the box, that biodegrades, and the package, the baggie that the pot is in.
Oh.
So they're nailing it, and they got little pre-rolls, 2-packs, and they do bubble hash infused joints because they work with Seattle Bubble Works.
Thank you, Soul Shine, for doing your thing.
Yeah, doing your thing.
I like their Klingon.
Yep.
I think that's their Indica Klingon, right? Indica hybrid.
Yep, the Indica hybrid. I like the Himalayan blackberry. That tends to be
some delicious stuff. We're gonna say hi to 1937 Farms. I had their creme rose the other day.
It sounds delicious.
Put me on my ass. Okay, the only thing I like to say about 1937 is that I have to travel many, many miles to find your brand.
We need some more stores.
If I have to go over 10 minutes to find something, it's not
especially
close.
From out here.
So try to come further south. I have to go into Seattle to get your stuff closer to Puyallup. I mean, I don't want to go to Puyallup.
Nope.
I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
Puyallup.
I don't
know. I've said Puyallup all my life, so I get it.
But yeah, so 1937 Farms, thank you for making some delicious pre-rolls. I've been looking for some new pre-rolls. Thanks, Wendy. I've been looking for some new pre-rolls. She's dropping shit. I just had Magic Time Farms. This is a good pre-roll or good brand. For me, it's like wine. Like, I'm gonna drink my good wine first. Yep. I'm gonna get drunk on the good wine.
Yep. Because I don't want to get drunk on the bad. And then once I'm
drunk, I'm gonna drink my.
You can sip the other stuff.
Yeah. This is a sipping joint. A sipping brand.
Okay.
This is a decent sipping brand. And I had another decent sipping brand up here. Where did I put them? Rocket.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I couldn't find. They're a little higher than a sipping pre-roll.
Might be like your third glass of good wine.
But I like Rocket. They're my go-to pre-rolls. I mean, for the price, they make them in the little 2.5s.
Oh, okay. I like those. Yep.
2.2 of the
2.5 grams.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah,
so
you got one for now, one for later.
And sometimes it's a better smoke. You don't have to burn down the whole 1 gram.
Yep, exactly.
What if I want to savor?
Especially if you're by yourself.
I want to savor the weed, if it's decent enough. So I don't want to, ruin it all in one. So shout out to Rocket. Thank you, Rocket Cannabis, for doing your thing. You're a go-to of mine. Thank you so much. You're doing it. Who else? We want to? You know what? Oh God, we want to shout out to Harmony Farms.
Yep.
Hello, Harmony.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Harmony.
I mean, okay, so these guys for me are like the microbrewers.
Yeah.
Like the...
Totally.
They have refined, I don't even know what they're doing over there. They're hocus pocus and their magic with their terps. They're like, they could be the king of terps.
They're really good weed.
They're consistent.
Yeah. And they're, yes, very
fucking
much so.
Consistent. If I pick up Barry White, like 2 months from now, Barry White's going to taste and smell like Barry White.
And it should, my God, it should.
It's not
They
that
shouldn't
hard,
have to
folks.
rename the bag.
It's not that hard, folks.
Oh, shit. This doesn't look like the last one. What are we going to name this one?
So, shout out to Harmony for doing your thing. I just picked up some Berry White. Your other
Man, I haven't had Berry White in fucking years. Like the aroma of Tacoma when we did that market.
It's so good. So good. They do a few strains that are just fucking delicious. I can't even.
I know you got 24 karat gold on your birthday.
Yes, and that made me. I mean, forget my birthday. But okay, lately we've been looking for your oils, Harmony. Where your oils been? I know. Did you break up with AeroPro? We're looking for.
What's the rumor on the street?
I don't know, but we need to clear it up because I asked AeroPro. Well, I saw some little discussion on the social media about AeroPro no longer being allowed in Washington. It's like good night to AeroPro in Washington.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then a lot of changes have to happen for Harmony Farms.
Yeah.
We'll have to.
So what's in their future?
We'll have to. Well. Hopefully they're going to go back to their old pens, which are the fucking pens I prefer.
See, I haven't had a chance to get the old one. I
got 3 of them in my drawer.
Well, they got to get the goddamn oils then.
So, Harmony, we're waiting on your oils. We like your oils. I mean,
love your flower. Take care of yourself.
I used to have Smoky Point oils. But I don't fuck with them anymore,
no.
And why.
Mm-hmm.
So
nope.
And I'm limited on my oils. So I think this entire vape thing, put a lot of people in chaos mode and survival, and they're trying to figure things out.
Yeah,
Not just
they lost a chunk of their money.
A lot of companies did, and our thoughts and prayers are with you. Those who are struggling,
trying to make it them small farmers. We got you
to recover from the Juul vape pen debacle. I know that what happened in this state is that the age changed. You now have to be 21 to
I just heard that. I was like, whoa.
You now have to be 21 to vape. And
makes sense. Shit's got nicotine.
And I think they're also looking at certain pens in particular to like the insides of them to see when it heats up.
Yeah, because they were saying like the metal was making people.
There are all sorts of.
I'm just gonna stick to smoking joints.
There are all sorts of speculations.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's scary all the way.
So we're gonna wait to see what happens. We're pulling for our favorite brands here in Washington and all over. We hope you recover. We're waiting for your oils.
We're rooting for you.
I'm sitting here at my oil here. What do I have? I got Pineapple Express.
Oh.
Almost on empty.
Oh no!
I've been hoarding. I'm not even shit. I know. Less than a quarter tank. I'm almost at. This is my.
I think I just emptied my last one.
My sativa.
My pen's retired right now. It's empty, and I'm not gonna.
I have a Carnival Kush hybrid and a citrus sap left of Harmony's oil, and I'm savoring it.
I'm gonna puff.
I'm gonna puff and not pass.
Yeah. I'm gonna be stingy.
Until y'all get y'all shit together. Till we figure out what's going on in this market. We're rooting for you. Okay, so who else are we shouting out? Anybody else? Fair Winds, Seattle Bubble Works, Harmony, 1937 Soul Shine, Rocket. Guys, connect with us on Instagram. It's at the Dispensary Tour. At the Dispensary Tour on IG. I'm Show Love. Show Love Now. And we have
Gwendolyn, the Marijuana Mistress.
Marijuana Mistress 420, right?
Yep, Marijuana Mistress 420 on Instagram and also .com.
Thank you for listening to us, and we're going to have more of these. We're going to have some guests. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, please contact us. The email to me directly is on the Dispensary Tour, and my contact number. Give me a call. And I think that's it. Did you want to do anything else? I feel like we were missing something. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Oh my God.
I think
We did it.
Yeah, I think we did it. If not, we'll do another
Yay,
one.
look at you.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
you all for listening to us. Thank you for
Yes,
letting
thank
us share our experiences with
Yeah.
you. We'd love to hear about your experiences as well.
Yeah.
So give us a shout. Talk to you soon. Thank you.